Another Steelers franchise, and just got a little volume issue here. There you go. And tonight's the Super Bowl. A game we never thought we would make this season. But why the hell not, I guess. No, we're not going to go deep pass. We're going to go medium pass. And I think running inside is going to be the best thing. See if we have any injuries. Turf toe. McFarland, okay, he's out for the game. The Super Bowl. It sucks, but I mean, doesn't play, but I mean, it sucks for him to not get that experience there. Alright, I'm just going to pause this real quick here. All right. So, just kind of reviewing some of the stuff here. We're going up against the Dallas Cowgirls. That's right, call them the Cowgirls, and they've had really surprising game. They 34-32 against Green Bay. Then they beat the number 1 seed, the Carolina Panthers, 30-24. So this is going to be a tough game. It looks like if we're going to want to win this game, we're going to have to hold them for sure. I would say they seem like their offense is really getting off, so I would say we're going to have to hold them under 20 if we want to win this game. Because it seems like opposing offenses are actually getting by and putting up at least 20 points. Let's go look at seasonal. Let's go with the regular season. Team schedule. We're going to go look at them. Cowboys. There you guys are. Whoa, what did I see in the preseason there? Never mind. Alright, so they started the year off beating the Bucks. So they had a close game with the Bucks, but still they allowed 27 points. Next game they allowed 24 points. Then they allowed 28 points. Then they allowed 21 points. So far, they haven't allowed underneath 20 points. Then they allowed 20 points. 31 points they let up. 24 points. 26 points. They allowed 21. They allowed 30. So their first game of the year came in week 12 that they allowed under 20 points. Then they allowed 28, then 20 points, 26 points. Their second game of the year that they let up underneath 20 points was the Washington football team with 14. Then they allowed 28, and then the last game of the regular season was their third and final game that they allowed under 20 points. So this year in total, they only allowed 3 games under 20 points. So defensively, Cowboys don't seem that strong. But it's offense. As how many times have they been under 20 points now? 17, so 1, 2, then another 17. 3, it seems like every time they put up 17, they lose. 4, 5. So 5 times this year, they've been held under 20 points. So I think if we do it this game, we can honestly take a victory here, but we just need to really come up clutch defensively. A lot of high 20s and 30s there that they got rewarded. Go look at some of the stats here. Go look at what Dak Prescott's been up to. So Dak Prescott, 31 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. He's up for a good year, 4,000 yards. Ezekiel Elliott, 1,500-yard back with 17 touchdowns. He's definitely up there for top back of the season. Michael Gallup. They had 2 receivers over 1,000 yards. Wow. Michael Gallup, who led the way, and CeeDee Lamb, who was literally right behind him. Gallup, though, he's the main target. 96 receptions, 9 touchdowns. And CeeDee Lamb, 89. So they didn't have a receiver hit 100 receptions. Defensively, Vander Esch is 115. Trevon Diggs, 102 tackles from their corner spot. That's crazy. So I feel like having your corners and your strong safety is not a big surprise, like having that many tackles, but your corners having that many tackles, are you allowing that many catches? Or are you allowing the running back to get to the secondary? Like, that's That's the biggest thing I want to know. Tackles for loss, like DeMarcus Lawrence, Osa. I mean, they're all right. Stacks wise, nobody got over 10 this year. Micah Parsons. Wow. Only 9. Lawrence 5. So, I mean, they have sacks this year, just it's all kind of split between everybody. Interceptions, Trayvon Diggs, he was literally their MVP on defense, it seems. I want to see some fumbles. Neville Gallimore. Wow. So they only have the one forced fumble. That is not very good, I'm going to say. We got some player upgrades here. I think we're going to definitely do Zach. We're going to do a vertical threat. I want him to be our downhill receiver. Sorry, tight end. Everybody else we kind of could skip. Staff points, we're definitely going to just put the rest of these before we start this game, because it feels like it's just semi-important. And so that is all done. Practice makes perfect. I'll do this one. And I'm also going to do this one. So hopefully that gives us that edge there on defense. We're really just trying to work with defense. Pat's back, which is great to see. And I think we're about ready for the Super Bowl here. We're also going to be doing the off-season most likely. I think we're going to do just our regular jerseys. I want to know what they're wearing then. So they're going to be wearing their white jerseys. Overall difference, literally an 82 and an 83 overall. Yeah, I'm liking the jerseys. Why not? Let's do it. Let's get into this. I'm excited. This is a Super Bowl game right here.
Madden Football is the home of Super Bowl 56. And this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Cowboys and the Steelers coming up next.
Biggest game of the season. And all we need, one more game, one more win.
Tonight it's all on the line.
And we tally history here. That's it, just one single game, one more win. 60 minutes, that's it. And we give the Pittsburgh Steelers another trophy to remember history.
Once again, their 9th appearance overall, second only to the Patriots 11. But if the Steelers win this one, then they'd be on top of the all-time win standings, as it would be their 7th title.
What a franchise. Come on, join me for a minute, okay? Come back to the 1970s with me. Back to the steel curtain defense. Back to Terry Bradshaw, quarterback. Throwing to Lynn Swann and John Stallworth. Franco Harris running the football with Rocky Blau.
So they were just talking about the game there. So here we go, Super Bowl. Let's get it.
Super Bowl 56 underway. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of the Super Bowl will begin at the 25.
And I believe this is Super Bowl 56. If I'm not mistaken. He probably said it. I don't have my volume very high, so it's hard for me to hear the commentators. But you guys, it's probably loud. But I'm pretty sure he said it. He's got to be saying it by now. But Dak Prescott, second down here, going to take a deep shot here, and we look like we have a step. Oh, he picked it off. No. Not TJ. Not this early.
Here's an early 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott.
Prescott's going to throw that one. It's going to be short of a first down, and Zeke isn't going to be able to get there.
first at the 32.
So an early 3 and out, but maybe an early locker room visit for TJ. I really do hope he comes back.
That's taken on the 25.
Because that's going to be a target for us that we're going to definitely need in this game, especially if we're holding this tough offense to under 20. So Pat in motion. Looks like it's going to be handoff to Harris here, as it is. And we have some running room. 9-yard carry for the first play for the Pittsburgh Steelers offensively.
Establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Another handoff here, and Harris could have just gone up the middle and picked up that first down easily there, but he's going to go backwards. He wanted the big play. 3rd and 2. We're going to hand it right back off, or we're not going to pick up anything.
Not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
So Harvin, who's had a great season with us, is going to punt this and get them starting their second drive on the 14-yard line.
38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive.
So Dak coming out here in shotgun.
Prescott looks to throw on first.
Not running it here as, that looked like that could have been intercepted there. Cameron Hayward almost got in the backfield there, but Prescott just tossing that one there, seeing if he can hit a receiver over the middle. First time Zeke has touched it on the ground, and that's going to go for 7.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
So Zeke has a total of 10 yards in this game, and it's a weird stat to think about, but total yards do matter. And that's going to be the first Cowboys first down.
Nice gain of 7 yards.
Motion. Hand off to Zeke, and he's got an opening here as he's going to pick up the first down, or they're going to call it just short.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends.
And right back to Zeke here, but we're going to snuff this one out, but I don't know. I think he might have got there. He did.
And create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
So first down. CeeDee Lamb in motion.
On play action.
He's going to cut inside and do an in over the middle of the field, but this is just going to be a flat pass to Ezekiel Elliott for a 2-yard sideline reception, and it's going to bring up 2nd and 8.
Again to Elliott.
Elliott with the handoff, not much there,
6 to the 46.
but it's better than nothing. Still 3rd and 3. Elliott on the handoff, and this time he's got a huge hole.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 40 yards rushing for him now in the opening quarter of this Super Bowl. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. He lets this one fly.
And down in the end zone, that's going to be caught way out of bounds there.
The end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Prescott.
So, Prescott going to drop back here, find an open target over the middle, but it might be just short. Still 3rd and inches.
In the nickel here on 3rd down.
Zeke showing some fatigue here as they're in shotgun. They're going to be passing this one, though, and that's going to be caught for the first down, and the Cowboys are marching down this field.
Cowboys first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
So first down, ball on the 26 of Pittsburgh. And motion. And handoff, no play action. Over the middle, wide open. And that is Michael Gallup as he catches this inside the 10.
This ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They wanted to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit.
Prescott's going to get sacked, and that is Hayward. And I still don't see a number 90 out there for Pittsburgh, which is scaring me quite a bit. I think he might be done for the game, especially in Madden. They don't do like the 1 quarter thing. It's just you're in after 3 plays or 5 plays, whatever now it is in Madden, and then, oh, that's picked. What are you doing, Mosley? I don't think Mosley saw that the pass was made because he just kept making his distance away from the receiver, as he could have came back and made a play on that. So that's going to be the first touchdown of the Super Bowl, and 7-0 already.
And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. Taken in at the 3.
And, oh, Gunner with a good return there as he gets it to the 31.
Nice work on the return.
So Trubisky coming out here and seeing if he can do something on this drive.
They trail early on in this Super Bowl.
And it's going to be a handoff to Harris, who's going to be tripped up and brought down after a gain of 4. They're going to say it's 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Shotgun, Trubisky back to throw. Tosses this one up. And that's going to be caught. Deontay Johnson on the 44-yard reception. What a perfect throw near the sideline.
The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
Wow.
Now a first down
Carry here for Harris, and that's going to put us inside the red zone. 5-yard carry, and that's also going to be the end of the first quarter.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
So 7-0 after the first, but Pittsburgh marching right on the doorstep, seeing if they can tie it up, as they're coming up now on a 3rd and 4. Bunch formation at the top of your screen. That is Claypool at the bottom of your screen all alone with Diggs. And we're going to throw it, and that's going to be intercepted by Diggs. And that was not a very good throw. It looks like Diggs was the only one to be able to catch that one. Chase Claypool, I don't even think he had a chance. So the first turnover of this Super Bowl, and it's going to come in the red zone. And, oh my goodness, that is Edmonds. Surprised Prescott held on to that football. But that's going to be a read option. That's going to go 1 yard. As Prescott's going to take a shot there. Another handoff to Zeke. And Jack looks to just swallow him up. He's had enough of him running wild in this game. So 3rd and 9. And that's going to be caught, but short of the first down. They are loving Ezekiel Elliott in this passing department. 3 receptions already this early in the game.
Standing right on his own 5-yard line. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
So ball's going to be received at the 35-yard line and brought to the 38. So Trubisky coming out after an interception in the red zone by Diggs. And this time we're going to hand it off to Harris. And Harris might have lost a yard and lost his X factor along with it. Trubisky steps back. He's going to roll out of the pocket here and throw this one deep, and it's going to be caught. Wide open Deontay Johnson, another huge reception, and we're right back in the red zone.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we
Harris going to pick up a yard or two.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on on second and goal.
Last time we were bunched like this with Claypool at the bottom of the screen, it resulted in a pick. And this time it's going to be in the end zone. Deontay Johnson. As Mitchell Trubisky throws on the run outside of the pocket and finds a open Johnson over the middle. So with the extra point here, should tie it all up.
Extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter.
So a 7-7 game at the near the midway mark of the second quarter. And another big shot here, and we've just been hitting these Cowboys so far, and that is Joseph, and he's been huge on special teams with these big hits. Surprised he hasn't popped one down recently. Not sure if he has done that this season. I haven't really seen too many fumbles, but we have caused a lot of turnovers in general on defense. Hand off by Zeke, and that is another big hit, and that is Hayward.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's
So 2nd and 8. Ball on the 35. Oh, an early flag here. Could this be on the defense? Encroachment now. Or sorry, offside. John Simon.
Relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole
So that's going to be a free play.
What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you
So
did it.
2nd and 3 just like that. And we're going to get the easy slant.
And he'll be taken down.
Ah, we could have bit in front of that.
Territory.
But instead it's going to be caught for a Dallas Cowboys first down. Prescott's dropping back and he's going to get hit.
Pressure too much here.
Stephon Tuitt this time.
Stephon Tuitt just would not be denied. That's a loss of 6.
Still no TJ Watt in this game, but we're still going to get to Prescott twice and make it 3 times. Alex Highsmith.
Alex Highsmith. He's the one that drops him this go around. And that pass
So
rush
3rd and long.
Back-to-back sacks.
As Pittsburgh just needs to hold them to
That'll be taken in there by
24 yards, and Alex Highsmith's going to be injured in this game, and that is 2
injured player.
huge linebackers now that
We'll step aside and
we are losing in this game.
here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas.
So Dallas punting 4th
He's been
and
a busy
long.
man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Looks like Gunner's going to receive it at the 10-yard line and bring this one to maybe the 17-yard line.
And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Steeler offense here about ready
So we
for the
start this
next
drive on the 17.
Last possession, these guys were able to tie the game
Draw
with a
play to
touchdown.
Harris. That's going to go
Chance to move out in front.
for a loss of 2.
The defense will get the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there.
That is not good. Osa's on the tackle there. And empty set here.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky.
And Trubisky's going to see if he can find Claypool. Or that is actually, sorry, Anthony Miller.
Pass on that last play, and that
But it's going to go incomplete, so a 3rd and 12 it'll bring up.
now it's Trubisky.
Trubisky's going to run right into the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence.
A loss of 11.
And they will be punting from inside their red end zone now.
Their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able
And
to get it out quickly.
kicks
This
it
is
off
not a bad
clean
kick.
there. And now Dallas is going to start a yard short of midfield.
Next drive by the Cowboys offense.
So great field position here. And
Just a little bit of the edge after
this could be the time where Dallas takes the lead here as Prescott's going to fumble, and we're going to recover and return this one
He's at the 30.
all the way. That's Edmonds.
And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a
And Pittsburgh turns the tide here, as Dallas had some momentum moving on with that drive, but it just died quickly with a Dak Prescott fumble that led to 6. And soon 7.
Extra point put through by Boswell.
So 14-7 now, with just over 2 minutes remaining in the first half. And Pittsburgh on top of this one.
Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up
And
past
some good
the 20.
tackling there. We've been having actually some pretty good tackling all this season, and I love to be known for that. Just
Cowboys offense.
the fearsome defense. Like, sometimes I don't really care too much about the big hits, but as long as we're just getting the tackle on the first initial defender, like that is just huge for a team. We get 2-minute warning here, but that's the one thing I love about defense. Just sure tackling, open field tackling. And Emmanuel Mosley this year picked him up, and he's been a huge part and just kind of fits in with that. Why do we have a Michael Gallup who is completely wide open?
First down, Prescott.
So Prescott here is going to deep this one out. One-on-one coverage, and that's going to be popped loose.
Good positioning there downfield.
Oh my God, those scare me. Those definitely terrify me now. Oh, we're going to get a free hit and another fumble, and it's picked up by Edmonds again.
And it's picked up by
And
the
Edmonds
Steelers.
going to return a second fumble recovery for a touchdown.
Back to the house.
Are you kidding me, Edmonds? And Trubisky on the sideline, you can see his excitement.
First 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been
Wow!
good, and they were
So
good
just like
again
that,
here.
Pittsburgh's up
Boswell good.
21-7, a 14-point difference
So now
with full momentum.
But then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way.
And we were just talking about hard-hitting defense,
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again.
and that I take tackling over hard hits.
And no effort to bring
But
this one out. It's a touchdown.
after seeing that, I don't know, my mind could be changing my mind right now.
This next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to...
And he's been such a great player, and we're going to get an interception and another turnover.
By Cameron Sutton. And the
Cameron
return
Sutton now.
to the 31.
Are you kidding me? 3 drives, 3 turnovers in a row for Dallas. And now we're starting on the 31. And Trubisky's tossing this one up, and it's going to be just out of the hands of Claypool. He should have came down with that one.
First, now second and 10.
So an empty set here. Trubisky rolling out, throwing this one deep, and this is touchdown, Najee Harris. Oh my God, that is exhilarating.
31 yards.
But will it stand? Did he get both feet in bounds? Say yes.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now.
Wow.
Touchdowns at 21.
A touchdown. I thought we were gonna, I knew, we were gonna get at least a field goal, but a touchdown. And Dallas is just scrambling for dear life here.
And only able to get this to the 19.
So just under a minute.
Opted for the touchback.
What do you do if you're Dallas here? Do you just get this half over with, or do you try to go for something? And it looks like Dak Prescott's going to see something in the defense, and they look like they're going to be going for this one. And that's going to be thrown and caught on the slant. 10-yard reception. They're going to call timeout, their first of the half. 2 remaining as they are just shy of the 30-yard line of Dallas.
Let's go. Try and create that energy.
So a lot of field to go still, and
He has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that.
they're just going to dink it underneath here for 6 yards to Elliott, and he's had 5 receptions.
As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half.
So 1 more timeout remaining. And they still got a lot of field to go here. They're going to get a nice chunk, though,
That's Schultz.
after this pass and catch by Schultz.
Field before going out of bounds.
And that'll save a timeout as they get out of bounds. Prescott's going to pass this one right away, and that could have been dangerous.
Intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there.
So 2nd and 10. 41 seconds remaining in this half.
First down, that leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott.
Prescott going to get sacked here.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
We're going to say Tuitt was the man to get to him first.
Third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
So Dallas doesn't have any more timeouts as they're going to stop the clock with 21 seconds. They're going to run it here. And,
He'll be brought down at the 48.
well, questionable call there.
7 yards on the carry there, but now they're
And then they're going to let the clock run.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight.
And they're going to punt it. Just directly out of bounds, though. So that's going to end the first half. Questionable calls there at the end of the half by Dallas. Maybe they just wanted to end the half and didn't want to risk a turnover, as they had quite a bit in a row there, which really turned this game completely over, as it's a 21-point deficit now in the Super Bowl.
Despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air in those first 2 quarters.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
So Trubisky to come and start out this half on his own 22. And he's going to find Claypool for a first down. They're going to say he got 11 on that catch.
Because the first half certainly went their way, and I would expect them to continue
First
that
down.
type of game plan.
Harris, your single back. And they are going to give it to him. And he's going to find some room but get tripped up after a gain of 5. And I can sense we're going to see a lot of Harris, especially with this lead here in this second half. Trubisky's going to be back to throw here, though, and he's going to pass this one out to Claypool for another first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion.
So another first down here. And fake throw here as they're going to hand this one off instead, and that's going to pick up about 1.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nobody on the left side of the field. They're going to hand this off to Harris, though, and Harris is going to pick up about 7 there. So 3rd and 1, and I expect to see Harris here again on 3rd down. But we'll see what Pittsburgh does here. They are going to hand it off to him, and he's going to, depending on the spot here, they're going to say he is short. And maybe careful of a fake here by Derek Watt. No, they're going to kick this one away. And this is going to be... Oh, no, it bounces right back in. It looked like that was just going to bounce out of bounds.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their
So Cowboys get a lucky bounce there to put that ball at the 20-yard line.
Just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher
That's going to be a nice catch and run there for a first down, and a good way to start a drive, especially when you're down by this amount here in the second half. Prescott caught there, another first down, and 2 plays, 2 first downs by Dallas. Pittsburgh defense got to tighten up here. Game is not over. And good tackling there as Zeke's going to pick up about 4. So I'm curious, with Zeke's contract ending here, I don't think it's this season. I have to double look when Zeke's contract is ending, but with the age there, I believe he's like 28. I just want to see if he gets re-signed. He's 27 or 28, I don't know which one. And a big catch there on a slant. Why are we allowing so many catches? That's James Washington, the former Steeler, and either way, whatever team he was still on remaining, he would have made it to the Super Bowl apparently. Because both Dallas and his former team, Pittsburgh Steelers, made it.
Of 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
So 2nd and inches, Zeke's going to get the handoff here, pick up the first down as Mosley's going to slow him up, and Sutton's going to bring him down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10
So,
at the 18.
as Dallas enters the red zone, Prescott's going to drop back to pass this one out, and that's going to be caught for a gain of 10.
First and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
So now we're inside the 10 here. Prescott's back to throw again. They're going to quick to this one out, and that is picked off in the end zone. It is tipped twice, and Mika Fitzpatrick is going to fall right in his mitts. And that's going to be a touchback as it's going to come out to the 20-yard line. And Harris has X Factor. That is not what you need. You needed to score there. And Harris now picks up about 8.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Surprised to see an empty set here.
From the shotgun is Trubisky.
But it's going to pay off as they're going to pick up the first down, Deontay Johnson.
So 1st and 10 now.
Another empty set, back-to-back plays here. And Trubisky's going to run this one. I hate QB draws, especially with how many fumbles happen with QBs in this game. But we pick up 4 yards, and we keep the ball in Trubisky's hands instead of on the turf, so I'm happy. So 3rd and 5 here, and another empty set. We're liking these empty set scenarios, and we're going to find but not connect with Deontay Johnson on that comeback.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away.
So Percy's out to punt for Pittsburgh here.
A 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st
I meant
and 10.
Harden, by the way.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16.
Dallas starting on their own 16, and that's going to be demoting after going from all the way on the other end of the field, starting right back on yours and not coming away with any sort of points. And they should run a play before the 4th. They do not decide, and I mean, you got to work with as much clock as possible, especially if you got to score 21 points unanswered to just tie this game up. So Pittsburgh's sitting pretty comfortably to start this 4th quarter. Prescott signals for a motion, and he's going to drop back and connect here with Schultz. So a 1st down on the first play there of the 4th quarter. And it's going to be a screen here to Elliott. He's got some open space to work with, but he's going to be brought down by the first defender after 9 yards. A lot of motion here. Prescott back to throw, finds Ahkello Witherspoon on the interception. I thought it was caught by Lamb there. And another turnover, and this is not looking good for Dallas. With just under 9 minutes, you need to score 21 points without Pittsburgh even scoring a point. And they're already on your side of the field to start this possession. They are just shooting themselves in the foot in this game. Harris breaks a tackle, breaks another one, and only picks up 2 for that hard running there. As they're going to drop to 3rd and 7 here. And do they keep the ball on the ground and just kill clock? And that's exactly what they do. And Harris not going to be able to time out. What? It said timeout.
So instead of giving them another
Either way, it's fourth down, though.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering.
And the field goal for Boswell is good, and we're going to put this to 31-7 and extend this lead.
comes through here and buries one from long range.
My goodness. And that is a huge field goal this late in the game, as they're going to put it to 4 possessions or force Dallas to go for some 2-point conversions
Give him a lot of credit.
And they'll get him down right around the 25.
with just 7 minutes remaining in this game.
Net gain of 1 there. So Prescott to the Cowboys now with
So
a
Dallas
first
is
and
going to need to be
at their own 26.
realistically perfect in this game
INT on the last drive.
if they want to come out and come back into this game, but that's
Good for
even asking for too much.
There's a second down.
As you're going to probably need to rely on multiple onside kicks.
Off the play fake, Prescott.
Prescott, that didn't really trick anybody, but still a wide open Lamb.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across.
I don't think Pittsburgh is going to bite on play action here in the fourth quarter with the lead.
First and 10 at the 46. Prescott to throw.
And another throw and another catch.
James Washington. And he's going to get this down.
And James Washington once again.
So first and 10.
And Dallas already on the 30-yard line of Pittsburgh. They're moving quick, and they need to.
Now Prescott.
Prescott drops back,
Open
finds
middle,
Lamb here on the first down, and
inside the 20 before he's
they are
brought
moving
down.
quick on this drive.
From inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
And another option here.
And stopped at
And Prescott's going to hold on to the ball and get this to the 3-yard line.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And they're going to hand this one off here, and he's going to get swallowed up in the backfield by Alex Highsmith. And I love to see him return to the game, but someone who did not return is TJ Watt, as he is just on the sideline with no pads here, and the screen doesn't connect. That looked like that was probably going to wind up in the end zone if it connected with the amount of blockers in front of Ezekiel. Prescott back to throw, finding their wide open tight end Schultz. And this game isn't over yet, but I mean, it is still a long way to go, as they're going to try to get 2 points here, and Schultz back-to-back plays here, he's going to be in the end zone. So we should see an onside kick here.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion.
And Pittsburgh does recover, as that's Chase Claypool who hops on it.
That's a great example right there.
So we should just see back-to-back runs. I don't think we're going to see any more passes by Pittsburgh this game. And Najee Harris is going to pick up 9 here.
The team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number.
So a first down here will definitely kill a lot of clock. And we're going to see a play action, and that's going to be a first down. They're going to dip this one off to Najee Harris for the first down, and now we are closing in on the 2-minute warning. Maybe one more play and then 2-minute. Back to Harris here. And this is a good time to have your X Factor, as he's going to pick up 5 yards there as we hit the 2-minute warning. And this game looks like Pittsburgh is going to run away with it, as it's a 16-point difference. And Pittsburgh has the ball, as Harris is going to pick up another first down. And they can definitely eat a lot of timeouts here. They should get the Dallas Cowboys wasting all of their timeouts here, and also in the process able to kill about 30 seconds on third down if they don't pick up the first down. So this spot matters, and they say it's a first down, and that'll end the game. So the Pittsburgh Steelers going to take a couple of knees here to end the Super Bowl. And if you want to talk about a Super Bowl MVP, that's got to be Edmonds, as he had 2 touchdowns in this ball game. And Harris is going to run it in to seal this one up. Don't even know if we needed to do that, but we do it anyways.
And the Steelers are on their way to the franchise's 7th Super Bowl title.
So Pittsburgh is about a minute and 6 seconds away from their 7th Super Bowl championship in franchise history.
Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line.
I think now if you're Dallas, you just kind of want to get out of this game without any controversies here and any extracurricular. And Prescott's going to deep this one out. And that's almost intercepted by Mika Fitzpatrick.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
They're going to need to keep taking deep shots here. Not that I believe they can come back, but I mean, crazier things have happened. But this one's over for sure. Prescott rolling out. Going to pass it back there, close to even being a fumble. So he was looking for Schultz.
Prescott now. He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
So Trubisky. Who would have thought at the start of this year that he would be holding a Lombardi trophy at the end of the year? Wow. And he's still not signed with Pittsburgh this season. They do not come to terms on a contract yet, but maybe after this year. Maybe Pittsburgh thinks about re-signing him and just having that presence in your lineup, and maybe one more play before this game ends. If that, yes, they're going to get the clock off and just kind of garbage yards here, as that's going to end the game. So the Pittsburgh Steelers are your Super Bowl 56 champions. What a season Pittsburgh had, from being almost not in the playoffs to just making the playoffs as a 7th seed, and then making the Super Bowl, and not only making the Super Bowl, but winning the Super Bowl.
Some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all off season, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champions.
And there's Mitchell Trubisky gonna hoist this up for this Pittsburgh audience here, as he looks at that, and there it is, showing the Pittsburgh fans that this Lombardi trophy's coming home. What a game by Pittsburgh, and really, I think that Dallas's offense just shot itself in the foot. I think they were in the game the whole time, and they were looking quite good. They were looking, I would even say, a little bit better than Pittsburgh, and then, boom, fumble recovery for a touchdown. Another one for a touchdown. A pick happens, leads to a touchdown. Just insane, those 3 drives that just killed Dallas this game. And Dak Prescott threw 3 interceptions. So 89 yards for Harris, 1 touchdown as well. Schultz led this game in receiving yards, but Deontay Johnson just 3 yards behind him. So both teams with 2 touchdowns. And you just got to see Terrell Edmonds. He's got to win Super Bowl MVP. Stephon Tuitt had a sack and a half. Hayward Highsmith also had a sack. And Avery is going to have that other half of the sack from, I believe, Tuitt? Yeah. Ahkello Witherspoon, Sutton, Diggs, and Fitzpatrick all had interceptions. Forced fumbles, 2 by Edmonds. And also the 2 touchdowns as well by Edmonds. So not only did he cause 2 turnovers, but he took 2 to the house. Najee Harris has got some upgrades here, as we're going to put it in elusive. Anybody else I think we're going to simulate everybody else here. I want to know who the Super Bowl MVP is. I think if we advance a week, we can go to history and see it from there. So let's go 2021 season recap, and Super Bowl MVP did go to Terrell Edmonds. Wow. So if you look at your yearly awards, Mahomes, Coach of the Year, Matt Ruth is going to take the Coach of the Year. Offensive Player of the Year, Mahomes. Defense, Aaron Donald. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Harris. And Defensive Rookie of the Year, Jamin Davis. This was supposed to be a rebuild. That is insane. We're going to go with possession. I like the hands on our tight ends too. And we're going to go with, I think we're actually going to go with power. That hard-nosed running, I love it. Wow. I am just lost for words. Kyle Shanahan is going to be the new Patriots head coach. Wow. See some head coaches. Sean McVay. The Rams fire him. Murphy's going to get fired by the Patriots, and we already know Shanahan takes over, and he's going to obviously get fired from the 49ers, which is going to lead to him being picked up by the Patriots, as he's going to bounce over to the AFC now. So, offensive player of the game for Pittsburgh was Najee Harris. Defensive player of the game was Trevon Diggs, and then Schultz as the Dallas Cowboys offensive player of that Super Bowl. So we're going to advance here and see if we want to re-sign anybody else before they for sure hit free agency. Any retirements? Anybody on Pittsburgh? And yes, Tyson has come to the end of his career and he's going to retire. But it doesn't look like Cameron Hayward retired. I do want to just double check. Whoops. My goodness. And it looks like the only person in the AFC North that retired is the one player, and it's on the Pittsburgh Steelers after 12 years. So let's see if we want to re-sign anybody. Mitchell Trubisky. It's too big of a franchise tag. I don't think we're going to want to re-sign him after he gave us a Super Bowl championship. Matt Breida, we're going to let hit free agency. Actually, first, no, you know what? You're right. We're letting him hit free agency. I think that we can get him cheaper in free agency. JC, we're going to let hit free agents. Derek's, John, and Chaz, all those guys, we're not going to re-sign any of them. Mock draft, I just want to see what they have everybody selecting. So Josh Wagner, which, if I remember, I think it was Josh Wagner who I didn't think was that good of a QB, I think. I'm just going to re-look it here before I say any more, but I'm pretty sure Colin Lewis was the one who looked more impressive. Yeah, Colin Lewis looks pretty darn great. And, yeah, honestly, Colin Lewis looks like he's the better quarterback. So I'm kind of curious if Lewis gets picked up first by the Falcons, because they're going to need a quarterback. For sure. But Lions also need a quarterback. So if I'm Atlanta, I would relook at my scouting, because he's bigger, he's weighs more, he's got more weight to him. You know, he just looks better. So I think it would be a better fit. And Dean Fitch, a running back. I'm not sure why maybe they're trying to get rid of Alvin Kamara, but that's a little bit odd. So we're going to move on to the free agency here and maybe pick up a quarterback, because I don't think we're going to get a quarterback early in this one. Combine results. And maybe we'll see a little bit more out of him, why he's going as number one. Again, just not really leading in anything. And doesn't really have anything elite. So Josh Wagner maybe dropping here as Colin Lewis. Honestly, this guy is way better. Colin Lewis is definitely the best quarterback, I think, in the draft. Possibly even the best player in the draft. But let's look at some free agency here, as we do need linemen, but not at that position. Odell Beckham is there as well. I don't think we are going to get Odell, as he's asking for quite a bit for his age. Melvin Gordon, looks like one team's interested in him. Akeem Hicks as well, one team. Bryce Callahan, maybe going to Chicago, and maybe think about picking up Rice for a season. But we'll see there, as we've been having some pretty good DBs near the end of the season, so don't know if I want to do any of that. Rob, reaching almost probably the ending point of his career, as if nobody picks him up this season. I think a team will pick him up, but if not, maybe thinking about retirement. Jarvis Landry, getting some low offers here by Kansas City and Washington. So I'm going to be honest, not really anybody I'm seeing that's too interesting. Everybody's kind of up there in age. And I kind of do want to offer AJ Boye just a cheap contract here. Maybe just like a 1.5 with like a $2 million 1-year contract at 31, though. So we did pretty good. You know, we'll come back to it. Dante Hightower. Let's actually look at QBs first of all. So Colin Kaepernick is available here. 34 years old though. I do want a vet, but I mean I want a vet who's been in the league, and maybe we just honestly sign Mitchell Trubisky for cheaper. I do like Tyler Huntley. Ben Roethlisberger is actually in free agency. Kyle Trask. So there is some... Oh, Dwayne Haskins. PJ Walker's there. I honestly think I'm going to offer Tyler Huntley. Let's look at your ratings here, first of all. Your throw power is pretty good. Your deep accuracy is not too great. Medium accuracy is pretty decent. Short accuracy is good, though. And let's look at Kyle Trask here. So your throw power is great. Your deep accuracy is decent. Medium's also decent. And your short accuracy is decent. You're a team player, QB style, pocket QB style. Aggressive forces passes. See, he doesn't have anybody offering him anything yet. So I think we're going to offer a 2-year deal for, I'm thinking 1.6 mil. Where are we in the... And so we are third. So maybe we raise it to 2.2 and... Whoops. You know what? I'm actually just going to say 1.7. We get him, if he wants to come to Pittsburgh, cool, but, are we hugely invested in him? Not per se, to be honest here. Kyle Trask, though, I'm kind of really liking, and I think I do want to sign him for, I think let's start him off with 2 years. 2 years, nobody's really asking for him yet, so I think we can really lowball this man. I just don't want to get into a bidding war with anybody, so 1.2 million for 2 years. He hasn't really proven anything in the NFL, so that is why we are offering him a low contract here. Running backs, we only have the 2 on the depth chart. And Mike Davis is there. Justin Jackson as well is there. But maybe we think about picking up a late running back, or maybe like a second or third round running back. Wide receivers. Jarvis Landry wouldn't be a bad pickup, but I mean, I think we're going to be aiming... Deontay Harris, that would be a nice pickup. No, Emmanuel Sanders. Imagine bringing him back to Pittsburgh. Richie James. So tight end. Okay, let's take a look at this, because this is actually a position that we can possibly sign somebody over. Jared Cook. I mean, Rob Gronkowski's kind of seeming a little tempting. Blake Jarwin. Jawan Johnson could be a nice pickup here. Thing is, my contracts on my tight ends, they're just a lot of years, and that's... I don't want to say it's hurting too much, but I mean, it's not the greatest thing to see. I think we're good on tackle at the moment. We're good on guard. Maybe a backup guard if we see something that's there. Oof, Ike, 26 years old. I don't think he'll be seeing the field very much, but I mean, Tampa sees what's in him. Nick Martin. I mean, we could develop Cole. And Brian Allen as well. 26 years old as well. But Miami, they're seeing what I see as well. 25-year-old Evan Brown. I think we're going to try to sign Evan Brown just for a little easy contract here. I don't see much of him playing. I'm actually even going to lower this more. I'm going to go with 6, and we're going to go like $250 for signing. Actually, we're going to go 2. I like that. Right guard, I don't think we need one at all. Right tackle. Everybody's really up there in age. We've got a young line we can really develop with. So, looking at ends here, don't think we're going to pick up anyone. At least this year. Maybe we'll pick somebody up for next season. At least on the left end. Samson Ebukam is here. Oof, that is tempting. We'll kind of come back to that. Defensive tackle. We need things. Quentin Jefferson we can pick up. Shy Tuttle. Taven Bryan. PJ Hall. Kentavious Street. I think we're going to definitely try to get Kevin Givens here. We're going to get him also on a easy contract for about, we're going to go 2 seasons. Let's also sign. Let's sign Quentin for a year, and again, we'll lowball him as well, just because I don't see him really getting picked up by a team. If anything, I think it's might be a lowball from another team, but. And, oh, this is nice to see. Derek Barnett. Or Rasheem Green. Jacob Martin also. Ooh. McKinley. A lot of good ends here. Green is looking nice, though. But I really don't want to kill too much into an end, especially just being a low 70s. Yes, he's young. He's got room for development. But, I mean, usually at like 28 years old, I try to... 28, 29, I try to trade people. So by the time he hits 80 overall, you know, he's most likely, honestly, going to be maybe 27, 28. And then we're just going to use him for trade value. But I mean, Green kind of seems like... Or Barnett, oh... I'm really liking Barnett, though. Let me see the speed. 75, let's see more of the stuff here. Power move 76, finesse move 63. Tackle's only a 79. So your tackle's an 83, much better. 82 speed. 59 finesse move. That is not nice. What was your speed again? 75. So you definitely have the speed, but you don't have the finesse. What about McKinney here? 84, 79 tackle. I think we're... Derek Barnett. Do I want to do that or do I want to... You know what? I think we're going to go with... We're going to try to just sign McKinney for a cheap deal. Maybe 1.5. And we'll go 130 for 2 years. Left outside linebacker, I think we're more than good with. I just want to make sure. Yep. Middle linebacker, I think we're also pretty great with. If we see a young guy that's... Jalen Smith. Really, only a 73 in this game. That is not good. Alright, so right outside linebacker. Anybody we can kind of develop here, or at least bring along. Quincy Williams. I think I want to see your speed, your stats, and everything first. Oh yeah, hit power 87. We'll go 1.2, and we'll sign you to 3 years. Should be a contract that you'll like here. Okay, so corners. Sidney Jones is there. 26 years old. 78, he would be basically a starter, hopping onto the team right away. Nick Needham. I'm going to hold off on corners right now. There's Jeff Heathwell. Tedrick Thompson. Richard Sherman, a free safety? What the heck? Will Parks is there. Strong safety, maybe. Nobody really here, and I don't think we need anybody. Our kicker is good. We have a punter. So let's see what we got here. We got quite a few guys we're trying to sign here. Tyler Huntley's the only guy that we're not leading, but I mean, I'm not huge on him. If he comes, we get him for cheap, cool. But if not, then, I mean, not a big deal at all. Yeah, we're ready to simulate. Anybody else retire from the Pittsburgh Foundation? Golden Tate retires. Okay, so we do have some. So Tyler Huntley rejected. Not a surprise. But we do get McKinley, Givens, and Williams. But we didn't get Trask. So what is happening with Trask now? So Jefferson, unfortunately, is going to get offered. And Brown as well is going to get offered. I'm going to back out of the Brown one. Kyle Trask, I'm going to leave there right now. And Quentin Williams, I'm going to leave there right now. But I am going to go to quarterbacks. Mitchell Trubisky got an offer. I was going to send him one, but I don't know. Drew Lock's going to be a nice fit for a team. I'm looking at Cam, but... Or even Nick Mullins. You know what? I'm going to throw Nick Mullins an extremely dirt cheap contract as well. I'm going to keep it on just a 1-year deal. And we're going to go to D-Tax. And we're going to see if we can get somebody else. Justin Zimmer. You know what? PJ Hall. I think we're going to send him 1.2 with a 130 for 2 years. And we'll do Contavious Street here as well for a 1-year deal. Just a cheap, $950, and we'll do 150. Cheap contract there. And then that center position. I mean, 1-year difference, 3 overall difference. It is only 1 year. And we would have a backup just in case someone goes down. Because look at our whole line. We have backups. We don't have backup at left guard. We don't have a backup at center. We have a backup at right guard. But we don't have a backup at right tackle. But everybody's just, I don't know, iffy. But you know what? I'm going to try to sign Brown here. I'm going to offer him what he wants. See where I am with, we're going to go 1.7. I think we'll leave it right there. Just kind of go from there. I just want to back up 1 season, 25-year-old. If he ends up getting some playing time, cool, great. Let's see what the mock draft's looking like now. Josh Wagner is still projected to go number 1. Marcus Jackson. Who are we projected to get? Oh, Quincy Howard. That is a receiver I did want to pick up. We'll kind of look more at his ratings, though. We haven't really been looking at that. We're supposed to get Marcus Nobles. Go look at receivers here. Great, solid, good, elite, great. So he's a strong 22 reps. These leads in receivers for strength, leads for broad jump, and leads for just bench press in general. Anything to do with strength, it seems like he's pretty strong. So it looks like he's going to be just a physical receiver. A break tackle. I'm really liking Quincy. I do. I don't want to trade too much up for them. Whoops. Marcus Jackson, we're definitely. What about Nobles here? What is his talents looking like? Great, elite, great, good, solid. He does lead for the cone drill, so his movement, and he leads for the 20-yard shuffle, so his cutting ability, maybe his route running is going to be pretty darn great. I see he also led for the other 20-yard shuffle. Oh, his college day in his NFL, right. So we don't have too much on him, which sucks. Alani Black. See, but I'm trying to look for a bigger receiver. Marcus Jackson, we're definitely not getting. He's going to go, I would say, top 10. Top 5 even. And he looks great. He looks amazing, actually, now that I look at that. Coleman. He's probably going to go mid-table, but he's looking all right. I'm really liking Quincy Howard here, though. So we'll see. Maybe we get him, maybe we don't. Maybe we have to get Nobles, if we even get Nobles, first of all. But let's advance to stage 3 of free agency, see if we get Kyle Trask. So we do end up getting a few people. We get Brown. We get the center Brown. We get Street. And we get Trask. So he might be a day 1 starter. So private workouts. We're definitely going to do receivers here. So I think we're going to do Quincy Howard. Nobles. And maybe we do Jared. 6'6". He's a big QB. We're going to do Jared. I think those are going to be our picks. I mean, Nobles doesn't look bad at all. Nobles is looking still pretty good too. I want to see more of him. Oh, whoops. Who else are we working for? Are we working with anybody else? Negotiations? Hall? Well, Mullins is going to go to San Fran's division rivals, of course. But we already got Kyle Trask, so we're kind of happy in that department. And P.J. Hall hasn't signed with us quite yet. So if he doesn't, maybe we look at a DT later in the rounds to select, or maybe even early. Maybe we get a nice defensive tackle nice and early. But we're going to move on to free agency 4. See if Hall signs with us. And Hall ended up signing with us. So I just want to see more of the free agency, see where people went. So, Lions increased their linemen there. Odell Beckham goes to Chicago. Gordon goes to the Jets. Bengals get Hicks. Bryce Callahan, Chicago. Rob Gronkowski gets picked up by the Giants. So, for 3 years. So he's 36. He's going to regress. He should be already regressing. Landry's going to go to Washington. Melvin Ingram, 1-year deal. Eagles. AJ Boye goes to the Seahawks. Will Fuller also to the Seahawks. Donta Hightower, Bengals. Cole Beasley got picked up. I didn't think he was going to get picked up, but Cole Beasley, 33 years old, going to Chicago. Sony Michel, the Jets. Kyle Fuller. Sidney Jones, that's a nice pickup for the Ravens. Marlon Mack, a nice pickup for the Eagles as well. Alan Lazard, it's a pretty good wide receiver pickup for the Cowboys. Boston Scott going to the Texans. I'm curious if he's the starter right now there then. And Deontay Harris, a nice pickup for Washington. They're going to have a nice receiving core. Henry Ruggs gets picked up by the Lions. So Lions, Eagles, Seahawks, and Cowboys seem to have majority of the picks here. Colin Kaepernick. He's a Texan. Mitchell Trubisky is a New York Giant. Tyler Huntley went to the Rams. Drew Lock is a Falcon. Cam Newton's a Seahawk. Tyrod Taylor, Nick Mullins, we know that. P.J. Walker. Okay, so Ripon is going to be a Falcon as well. Okay, so let's see if our scouting came through. I just want to see more of receivers, see what Nobles how he's looking. I don't think we see much of him yet. No, we don't. I would really love Quincy Howard. It's going to bug me if we don't get him, but I really don't want to give too much up just to move up a few slots to get Howard. But actually, you know what? Maybe we could do some draft stuff here. Trades for computer draft picks. Oh, older than 30. It's kind of a waste, but sure. Okay, well. I mean, if we need a vet to trade for, I mean, it should be easier now. So moving on here. So a QB, left tackle, and a center. So we're going to hop into the draft, but we're going to pause it right away. Because we're pick 32. I just want to see. So the draft board here. Collins actually expected to go 4th. I thought he was expected to go 3rd. We'll see how that plays out. So Marcus Jackson's actually 13th. Corell is 17th. Oh, Quincy's dropping. He dropped to 26. Kadeem Joseph is still there as well. So, I mean, maybe if our guys are gone, we can think about getting a left end for the future. Or we can get wide receiver Marcus Nobles if they're not there. Or we just trade down. So I think we're going to sim the first 10 picks because we're definitely not wanting to get in the first pick. And we should see a quarterback go here. It's just which one. Okay, Josh Wagner is going to be the first overall pick. And I'm just curious to see how that's going to really benefit here. And I think we're going to see that defensive tackle here, Cummings. Maybe a running back. Maybe.
The Lions on the clock.
No, they are going to go DT, and we should see. I don't think we see running back here for sure. Quarterback. I mean, if they select running back, it would be a big questionable call here for Lions. And yes, they do select Colin Lewis, who to me looked like the best quarterback. The Saints were projected to get Dean Finch, but they have a good running back already, unless I'm crazy. Linebackers, I think they could use some work with. So maybe Hood here.
The Patriots are now on the clock.
They don't select Hood, they do select Dean Finch. And I feel like that's not really the best pick unless they're really not looking forward to keeping Kamara. Hood's going to go to the Patriots as he's going to join Callahan there.
Now we turn to the
Eric Moore, the left end, is going to go to the Chargers. Jets. Eagles are going to get right tackle, improve that line.
Okay, the Texans up now.
So the first wide receiver, Marcus Jackson. He goes number 9. Texans, what are you selecting here? Jermichael Sasser, defensive tackle. So Giants, who had a decent offseason here so far, they're going to improve their line here. Vikings, Marcus Walker, defensive back there. Raiders,
on the clock now, the Jaguars.
Matt Copeland, Jaguars.
Okay, it's the Lions now on the clock.
Shaquem Lowry, Lions here. Maybe they get a receiver here to help out now with their new quarterback.
The Bengals are on the clock.
No, they're going to go DB. Bengals. I don't think they select a wide receiver just because of what they have, and they're going to go DB, of course. So what's on the board right now? So, I mean, we are coming close. Ross McQueen here, but I think they're going to select Khalil Pollard, the Jets.
On the clock now, it's the Titans.
And no, it's Juan Drake. Titans are going to select Doug Rankin. And we are almost hitting that point where these receivers were supposed to be projected already.
The Giants are on the
So
clock.
Terrell Coleman does go. Oh, that leaves us in such an awkward position right now. Quincy Howard. Do I see? Do they pick up? Who is it? The Giants, right? The Giants. Actually, it's here. Manage rosters. So Giants, Washington, and the Browns. What is their receiving game? My cat is freaking out right now. Giants. Receivers. I mean, they could use a young receiver to kind of help out with Tooney and Slayton. Because Shepard and Galladay are kind of getting up there in age and don't know if they'll be re-signed. That's tough. I'm really hoping they don't. Football team, they don't need receivers. They're good there. And then the Browns, I mean, they got a nice young receiving core. I don't think I see them. So if the Giants here don't select it, maybe we make a trade. Let's take a chance here. Okay, thank God. Alright, so I think we're safe here for a bit.
Okay, next up, it's the Broncos.
Kadeem Joseph went. Quincy Howard. So let's go manage rosters. Eagles and Broncos and Cardinals. Oh, these guys have a good receiving core. The Broncos are good. Eagles, Cardinals. You guys are pretty young. Oh, yeah, you guys are pretty good. It's just how many receivers you have kind of scares me, but should be okay. Eagles. Oh, you guys should be okay as well. Broncos. Did I skip over? Oh, no, the Broncos were the first ones I looked at, right? Yeah, and they shouldn't draft a receiver here. So we can skip
It's the Eagles now on the clock.
3 more here.
The Bucks on the clock now. Let's see who they have their eye on.
Bucks. Bucks, Green Bay, and the frickin' Ravens. Okay, you guys definitely don't need a receiver. Bucks, Green Bay, and the Ravens. Green Bay and Ravens. Okay, you guys could definitely use a receiver. Ravens. You guys are good. So I think we're going to try to trade with the Packers here. We're going to skip ahead here.
Packers are now on the clock.
That scared me. Okay, so we're going to try to make a trade here with the Packers. Can you stop, Finn? My cat's name is Finn, by the way, just letting you know. Okay, so let's do a 26. We'll do our 32. Actually, what do you guys desperately need? A QB. Okay, so they're looking for a QB. Do you guys want Mason Rudolph at all? I know that's not going to go through, but I just want to see... Oh, you're cap trouble. Okay. You guys also want a wide receiver. When is your contract ending, sir? Two more years. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. What about you? When's... goals. I pressed the wrong button. Oh, no, I didn't count. 1 year remaining. Deontay Johnson, but he's been big for us. Teddy Miller's been pretty big. Steven Sims. Let's see if they have any interest in these two. They do. I mean, what do you guys... You guys can't think of this. I'll give you guys Sims. And you guys did want a left end. Okay, they are liking Wormley. But they're in trouble with cap space right now. Who is worth a lot of cap space just to kind of clear them out of there? Why do you guys have this on your team? They don't have a kicker or a punter. My goodness, guys. I mean, we could try to grab Sammy Watkins. Not that we need him. But they're still over the cap. Alright, we need a rethink here. So we'll give you our pick. You know what? Maybe I can sneak at our second pick here. 162. $162 here. We could just grab Trey Hopkins. Or Josh Myers, actually. Oh, wait, but we need 162. We're drunk here. Alright, let's see where we are with this. Okay, so they definitely declined. We're going to throw them our 32nd. So it's a little bit more. And you know what? We'll throw in... Oh, we don't have... a next year's 4th. If only had a 4th this year. We'll throw in... Yikes. We'll throw in a next year's 3rd.
Wait a minute here. Yep. They just...
Okay, so that's accepted. That was accepted. Pick your player, and I think we are going to go with Quincy Howard. We didn't want to let him drop any further. Matt is looking nice as well, but I mean, not too good, actually. No, I think we're going to get Quincy Howard out of the way here. Yeah, we're doing it. Quincy Howard, you just look too good to pass up. I'm really liking it. You look strong, you're quick. You're breaking tackles this year, and you're hitting development. 93 speed. You're quick and you're strong. Break tackles an A. Catching's a B. Spectacular catches an A. Spin move, stiff arm B. I love it. I'm loving what I'm seeing so far. Medium routes a D though. That could be worked on. Deep routes a D. So his route running really needs work. So it's most likely just get it to him and he'll kind of do work, but he needs to find himself open first. So just kind of looking more at the draft board. I think with our second round pick, we are most likely going to try to see, hopefully that quarterback falls to us. I think he's supposed to get drafted in the third anyways. Right, you're supposed to get selected round 3 or 4. So I think this is going to be the kind of draft where we just kind of go out there and go get it. Because 3 and 4, we're not taking the chance. So I think at the end of the second round there is a good spot to take them. But we'll finish off with the rest of these picks here.
The Eagles are now on the clock.
Damon Mills. Or Damon Mills.
Okay, the Chiefs are
Matt Davis, man, he didn't look that good. And the Chiefs, I remember last time they selected a tackle, Eric Fisher. And I don't think they kept him very long. I think like 2-3, they kept him until his contract's over. And Nobles went. So this could have been Quincy right here. Most likely would have been Quincy here.
The Cowboys on the clock now.
Oh, speaking of Quincy, not the Quincy I'm talking about, but good pick, Roman Pitts, and the 32nd pick, right guard, Dorsett, Marquise Dorsett. So we'll kind of breeze through this. Chris Richardson, Hudson's going to go, Pollard now, left guard, Mike Price,
The Chargers now on the clock.
Bobby Hayward,
And the Eagles on the clock.
Josh Winslow.
Let's see what direction they go.
Mike Woodbury, the tight end.
And the Texans now on the clock.
Alani Black went to the Niners. Chicago is going to select right outside linebacker Dorian Weiss.
Now on the clock, it's the Raiders.
Derek Riles.
The Jaguars are up now. Let's see what direction they go in.
So kind of skim more through these a little faster now.
It's their selection.
We are the
The
32nd pick
Falcons
here,
are
so
now on the clock. It's the Bills now on the clock.
DB here,
Now on the clock, the
DT.
Giants. All right, it's
Okay.
the Browns now on the clock. All right,
21st
the
pick,
Broncos are
Cam
now on the
Averill.
clock. Okay, next up, it's the Dolphins on the clock.
Good end there. Levi Woodard. Cardinals.
Buccaneers are on the
Can
clock.
actually just resume the draft. I don't know why we're...
Now
Bucks.
the Packers are on the clock. Who do they have their eye on?
Randy's there.
The Colts are now on the clock.
Spencer Hoover. So we're in a few picks, and
And now we turn to the Jets. It's their
quarterback's not gone yet. And
Now we turn to the Steelers.
so he did not go. But do we want to reach there? Is a good question. I don't think we really need anything right now. I'm just thinking maybe I can accept a trade and just get more out of this because he's 25 picks away. What are my offers? Second. No, this is nothing that good at all. I mean, second 46 would be good for next year, but I mean that we're kind of concentrating more on this year right now, I think we're going to maybe trade away a receiver for our next year's pick. But let's just do it. I think we select our guy here. I just kind of want to look before anything, just kind of compare these two. Jared Stevens here. Poor acceleration. Decent. He's been consistent for strength. Break sack, stiff arm. His accuracy's all a C. And Trent Dickerson. Elite, good, decent, elite. Oh, actually, Trent is amazing. I think Trent is the guy who we actually want. And we are going to select Trent. My goodness, 86 speed. 94 throw power. I think we definitely found a nice target here. Is he a day one starter? Maybe not. But we'll see. So we do have one more pick remaining before our 7th round pick. And I think we're just going to sim ahead.
And the Steelers on the clock now.
What can we get? Fourth. Could get a next year's 3rd and just get our pick back. Let's see what's here. Oh, I didn't pause it. Okay, what is here? If there's a defensive tackle here, we might take one of those. Hmm. 16 picks later, though, that would, whoops. D hit power. I already saw the hit power as being a D, and I'm not interested in that. So, doesn't really look like anybody's that great beyond this point now. That was not bad of a left end. Not that I need a left outside, but I just kind of... Ricky Brown, what are you looking like? Not that I want another receiver here, but just nice to look at sometimes. Window shopping. Yeah, honestly, I think we just trade down, get a next year's 3rd. Doesn't look like there's anybody really too interesting here. No, you know what? We're just going to trade down. On a 3rd round pick here, let's just work in the future. So there's the Vikings one, and I believe that was the only one that was a 3rd round. I think everything else was a 4th, yes. So we're going to take the Vikings pick here, and they can select all they want now. Joey Barner. So now we pick all the way in the 7th, but I want to see the draft board here and see where we are with defensive tackles. See, nobody really looked that impressive. You are a big man. The hit power on some of these guys are just awful. Again, F on hit power. Hit power's not seen. B on hit power, Antoine Owens. Whew. I mean, it would be nice to get a defensive tackle here. What about Eric Allen? You're supposed to go on day 3. So you know what? We'll skip around. So we'll do this.
Now, it's the
We'll
Falcons.
skip to the... And oh no, Antoine Reed went. We'll skip to next round. Advance to next round.
The Falcons on the clock now. Let's see who they have.
Do the
their eye
draft
on.
board. See where we're at for these guys. So Sal Young is still here. So it looks like a lot of all the defensive... No, they're gone. Those guys left. They said, screw this, we're out. They looked good. They looked a little too good. And Sal dropped tremendously. Ah, that hurts. I thought I can definitely wait this long and get them, but no, you're not looking good. Projected to be undrafted. Will be on hit power. And he's a big guy, 6'5", 311. But maybe the guy that we draft there. So we'll kind of... Doesn't look like too many interesting people, so I think we're going to advance to next round.
All right, next up, the Falcons are on the clock.
We will advance to next round.
The Falcons are now on the clock.
And we will advance the next
The
user
Steelers
pick.
are now on the clock.
Ricky Brown is still here. I mean, you don't... I mean, you kind of do look a little shit. But I mean, to drop all the way to the 7th... Even Kevin Whitting is still here, and he looks pretty good. I mean, that's a steal right there. Sal Young, I don't know, you don't look too good, man. D for hit power, and I hate that. A lot of receivers. Calvin Clark. Left tackle. Avoids getting flagged. Okay, that's a good thing. Decent, solid, poor, decent, solid. No, definitely not good at all. Carrying's a D. I don't need a man to fumble the ball. Josh Swain. Do we want to just select a young running back here even? So Willie McPherson's actually looking really good. Connor Randolph, oh, what is happening? Connor Randall, sorry, I just keep getting a call. Oh, the Lord. Willie Thomas. He actually looks pretty good. And I think we're going to draft him. Willie Thomas, welcome to Pittsburgh.
Rams on the clock now.
89 speed, 87 agility, 73 strength. So, I mean, it's pretty decent so far. Catching traffic so he can catch it. Stamina's really good. And just spin move. Oh, an injury. C. Alright, so I have one more pick in this draft. And it's most likely going to be a defensive tackle, but we'll see. Depending what is here. These guys are still here. How are you? You're 6'4". Like, yes, you don't look good, but... And Sal, like, what happened to you, man? Like, do we just go with Sal? I mean, it's a 7th round pick. I mean, it's... Right now, it's not a waste. It's just... What do we want here? Sal doesn't have the hit power, though. Is my issue. I think it was Leon McMillan here who was the... No, it wasn't. We didn't go that low. Unless the guy went already. I can't remember the guy's name. B hit power, Paul Fuller. 23 years old, though. See, that's what I don't like. I'm not going to draft someone who's already 23 years old. Actually, what is your strengths? Power moves. Tackle's a D, though. That ruins a lot of things. What is your tackle if we have everything? So power moves and then tackle is a question mark. Sal Young, 22 years old, 6'5", 301. Ah, man, what else is up there? Like, there's pretty good receivers, but the thing is, I drafted one and we have a good receiving core, and if we trade away even one receiver, I mean, then we have a guy to start. This is tough. Oops. Maybe we just go with Sal. He doesn't look that good at all. And there's a huge reason he dropped. But I mean, it's hard to pass up. But the hit power just really scares me. But he's strong, though. That's the thing. Let's do it. Sal Young, welcome to Pittsburgh. We'll see what your overall is in a second. We'll see what everybody's overall. I think we had a good draft. 72 speed, 85 strength, though. Quite strong. 6'5", definitely worthy of batting some stuff down. That hit power, though, just really... Draft recap. I'm ready. Let's see some of these rooks. So, oh God, Lord. Okay, so Quincy Howard was a good pick. 73 overall. Oh Lord, Trent Dickerson, a 63 overall. I honestly thought he was going to be a high 60s. 23 years old, scrambler. 65 though for Willie Thomas. That is actually kind of where I thought he would be. And Sal Young, 59 overall. Jesus Christ, Sal Young, you were terrible. My goodness. I don't even think you're making the team with that. So, we're going to play at least, just watch the second half of preseason, I think, of all the games, just to kind of see our backups come in. Because we don't even know a starter yet on this team. Kyle Trask right now is going to lead the way, but, I mean, you got Trent Dickerson. Do we make a trade for a quarterback? That's another thing. Like, we're not really known to run the football too much with our quarterbacks, but I'm saying, like, in this day and age now, maybe it's time. Anyways, we're going to kill this one here. We'll catch